January 19th through 25th, coming out of the new moon and heading into Aquarius season. Oh, we love Aquarius season. Okay, so on the 19th, a couple things happen here on the 19th. First of all, the sun moves into the fixed air sign of Aquarius. So it leaves behind Capricorn here on Martin Luther King Day, Monday the 19th at 8:45 p.m. Welcome to Aquarius season. I wrote down the world needs you to be your authentic self, and Aquarians are real good at that. They don't always need the opinion of others, and they bring in the new. It's funny because Aquarius' original ruler is Saturn. Saturn is all about the past, about the good old days and the history of it all, the antiques and all that kind of stuff. And then Aquarius's new ruler is Uranus, which is all about the future and about new ideas and new technology. So it's very interesting when you meet an Aquarian, if you get, sometimes they're the Saturn version, or sometimes they're the Uranus version, or sometimes they're a nice balance of both. Now, speaking of Saturn and Uranus, also on the 19th, Saturn is going to be sextile Uranus, which is considered a positive aspect. So I was thinking about the sextile, and it's like, yeah, you've got the past and then you've got the future. So roots in the past, but looking towards the future. Okay. This can bring a great amount of peace. And, sometimes when we think of the past, we think about all the things that we wish we had done differently. But guess what? That's not the way it went. And don't waste your time trying to change that, because that's just going to make you crazy. So just make peace. Okay. Those things in the past, but now I'm primed to move forward to the future. And this on the 19th is there to help you out. Now, lots of activity. I told you this is a big month. I had a lot of printouts here. So January the 20th, Mars is trine Uranus. And Mars does a couple things. First, it trines Uranus. Now, Uranus accelerates anything that it's near. Okay, so you may have been striving for things and trying to work towards something, and things didn't always work out how you expected. Okay, but this is a time for you to try again. If something didn't work out before, maybe the proper support wasn't in place before, but now it is. And Mars in an earth sign, Mars in Capricorn, isn't going to be reckless or dependent. So this is a great time. It might not have worked before, but try again. Mars trine Uranus on January 20th. And then also on the 20th, Mars is going to make a sextile with Saturn. So Saturn's kind of directing the situation, because Saturn is kind of ahead of Mars. It's in the sign of Pisces. And Saturn likes to be in charge, and it likes to give directions. And Mars can be very assertive in the cardinal sign of Capricorn. The best way to make use of this sextile is to follow directions. Saturn likes that, wants to be by the book. Follow directions for timely success, and you can make the most of this positive aspect as Mars sextiles Saturn. Now, this is on the 20th, and the moon will be in Aquarius on the 20th. Now we move into the 22nd. Let's see. Now let's go into the 21st. So the moon moves into Pisces at 1:50 a.m. And then we've got all this activity happening with Mercury, the planet of communication. So on January 20th, Mercury moves into the air sign of Aquarius, the genius, forward-thinking, forward-moving sign of Aquarius, the unique sign. And it's going to stay there until February 6th. So this is a big deal there. Then Mercury on the 21st is going to be Cazimi. And we know what Cazimi means now. We talked about it before. In the heart of the sun. So Mercury will be at the same degree as the sun, and both in the sign of Aquarius. And this is said to be the big reveal. Okay. So let's see, what did I write down? Mercury likes to expose things and communicate and show things. Remember, Mercury is named after Hermes, and Hermes did all the footwork between the gods and the humans, and sometimes going into the underworld, and he's associated with buying and selling. That's why he rules merchants. And it's Cazimi. It's going to be seen in the heart of the sun. So one astrologer I was listening compared this to Toto revealing the Wizard of Oz behind the curtain. Okay, so the big reveal. Now, on the 22nd, Mercury is going to be conjunct Pluto, because remember, Pluto's hanging out in Aquarius. And so we're calling this the moment of truth. So you will see if your efforts are paying off. If you've been crossing your T's and dotting your I's like we've been telling you to, then it should pay off. And if you ignored the advice, then you're going to see. You'll see setbacks. You'll see losses. This is the moment of truth. It can be a harsh truth, but it can help you grow. Okay. Now, Pluto is considered the planet of growth and evolution. And sometimes it's going to, you might be kicking and screaming, but it's going to bring you into growth and evolution. Pluto and Jupiter are both judges, and I never thought of that. Pluto is the god of the underworld, and he judges the dead. And Jupiter is considered higher law. It's justice in this world. And I guess Jupiter, Athena is his daughter, who's seen as the justice card. Okay, so there's a lot of themes about justice and a lot of themes about judging. And I think that you're going to be able to see during this week what's working, what's not working, and just be honest with yourself. And if it's not working, then, we're in Aquarius season. We'll make the choices to move into the future and make whatever changes we need to make. Now, the 22nd, the moon is continuing in the watery sign of Pisces. And on the 23rd, Mars, the planet of action, is going to move into Aquarius also. So we're starting to get a lot of planets there in Aquarius. Now, Mars is like, I want this energy. And Aquarius is said to have like a hard time relating to like somebody wanting something just for themselves, because Aquarius rules large groups of people. Aquarius is the humanitarian who wants the good for all. So it might let's see what I write down. It might be like that energy of like, it doesn't taste good, but it's good for you. Reminds me of my mother giving me castor oil as a kid, right? Like, take this, it's going to be good for you, but it's going to taste disgusting. Discipline is for your own good, that kind of energy. And so there's a lot here about what is good for the collective good, what is good for all versus what you want. And you may feel a little bit of back and forth about that. The moon enters Aries on Friday, the 23rd, the fire sign of Aries, where we know Saturn and Neptune are just about to head there. And so we go into an Aries weekend on the 24th, although on the Sunday, the 25th, the moon will move into Taurus just a little bit after lunch. So a lot of full speed ahead energy with Aries energy. Aries is ruled by Mars, motivation, moving forward. But Taurus is all the beautiful things. So I really think Sunday afternoon could just be a really lovely time to enjoy your friends, enjoy your family, enjoy a good meal, and enjoy the week ending on Sunday, the 25th. Let's get you a couple cards, some theme cards for this week as we move into Aquarius season. So let's see what you need to know here. One from the Grim Tales Tarot, one from the Golden Art Nouveau, and one from the Before Tarot. And let's see what we've got here. All right, the Grim Tales. Oh, this is one of my favorite cards in this deck. The Fool and the Hermit were my favorite cards in this deck. Look at that Fool card. So she's got like this tree house up there. She's looking out over the world. And it feels so Aquarian to me, just like living your life the way that you want to, doing things differently. There's like this new, the Fool's usually like a new journey. It's interesting too. There's all like hand cursive writing in the background, which I don't know if you can see that in the camera. But because this is Grim Tales, and so those are all the storylines, okay? So she's kind of looking out at the world, deciding what's next in a very Aquarian lifestyle. The Empress is showing up. So you've got two major arcanas. Here's your Taurus energy. She's very pregnant, ready to give birth to a new version of herself. So two major arcanas, major secret of life cards. We know the moon ends the week in Taurus. There's a lot of beauty. You also get the Seven of Cups. And again, this is before tarot, so he's got his eyes covered. The cups aren't even full of all the options yet. Very much in like a feeling stage or daydreaming stage. And we know the moon's going to be in Pisces a lot this week. So pretty cool cards of the week ahead. And so just kind of, I don't know, I get a feeling of gratitude in these cards. Being your unique self, knowing that you don't have it all figured out, but just kind of taking the baby steps. You know, remember with these planets, like we're moving into new territory, and we're going to go into times that, you know, really in February, Pluto's going to move into, I think, 4 degrees of Aquarius by February 10th. It's new territory. We haven't been here in hundreds and hundreds of years. I think it's like 360 something years. So there's a lot of newness, and we don't know. And there's a lot of fear, but we need to stay grounded in ourselves and stay grateful for what we have. Even if what we have is a little bit unique or feels different than what other people have, it's okay. You're doing a good job. Stay grounded, stay focused, and stay grateful.